Let's move on. You were saying about Minnesota. By the way, another person was shot. Second, a gentleman was a nurse, I believe, was trying to help somebody that was...
Alex Preddy.
Yeah, Alex Preddy.
I didn't even hear about this. Holy shit.
And currently it sounds like there are massive protests in New York City and Minneapolis, of course. Mm-hmm. And I believe Portland has protests. I saw maybe Boston as well. So that's anti-ICE, anti-Trump protests all over the country. I don't even know. Every time I hear somebody saying that there's going to be a civil war and whatnot, I dismiss it because I think to get to a civil war, there needs to be a lot more polarization. And I honestly, today we all kind of know that I don't even think that we can get that polarized because there's communication in real time. So we know what those people are doing, and if nobody talks tough about another half of the country. And then if you compare that to the 1861 war, we're not, even if we're polarized, we're interdispersed. We're not, it's not like geographically the South was going one way and the North was going in a different direction. Right now, you can't say the North or the South or the East or
there's
the
no
West.
sectional lines.
Right. No, it's all just interdispersed.
Right. There's no way for a power to coalesce,
right?
Like an insurgent group to coalesce in any way. That's a fair point.
Yet, right? I don't know. Imagine.
Even in the South today, there's a strong. All the southern states are pretty strong GOP areas, but they still have. Atlanta is a pretty liberal area. New Orleans is pretty liberal.
I believe so. The problem is,
or let's not say liberal, but I'm just because ultimately. Me and my father are of the opinion that there's kind of a...
Stop saying my father. You can say
I don't know. That sounds fucking... It is the distinction between liberal and conservative is largely irrelevant at this point. The both parties have merged in all significant policy. As far as I'm concerned, and there isn't really a difference, but I do think that there's enough population bases in the South that something like 1861, like the Civil War, probably won't happen without a mass migration of people in some capacity.
I don't know if that's what's stopping it, though. I think the stopping is, a lot of the new media, a lot of the podcast media has been very good at conveying and reinforcing the point of view that your neighbor is not your enemy. If your neighbor is just another person just like you that is struggling in the same way, even though they're leaning one way or another, it means nothing. This political leaning and alignment with different political movements or even social movements doesn't mean anything.
Right.
Because in the end, we're all struggling under the same system that, for sure, if it continues this way, it will need a reform of some sort. And so that Minnesota doesn't look promising at all.
That's one way of saying it.
Yeah.